Our experiences are finite, but our memories last forever.
I love how much this program has grown, and I'm glad that I was a part of this growing cycle. And I hope it continues this, and at least lives on this legacy.
I guess I am, like, I'm both relieved but sad that it's over, because I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. I have nothing else, like,
get a job.
I've never loved a group of people so much that I love you guys.
I really wish Mr. Bragg was here.
He is.
I mean, physically here.
I mean, he's like 20 feet that way.
Mr. Bragg, you're awesome!
Thank you for making this year my favorite so far. You guys are really like a second family to me. Like, my section has changed completely since the year I got here. I'm the only person in my section that was here my freshman year. But I love you guys probably more than my first section. Sorry, Jack.
Things have just changed a lot. It's been really cool to watch them change. New people come in. We've got lots of enthusiastic new people.
So one of the greatest things about marching band, and one of the things that has taught me most about myself and life, is that if there's any common ground at all, you can get through absolutely anything. At the end of the day, band is weird because we need each other. Every single person is important to the ensemble, and only we can do what we do. We're all interdependent, and it's wonderful.
You've been like my place to go at the end of a bad day, and you've been my friends who make me laugh or make me angry or make me anything, but you've been there for me, and I don't know, it's like my second family, and I'm just really appreciative of all of you.
But yeah, this program has not been exactly what I expected. I definitely came into the dance team thinking I was going to cheat the system and like not have to touch equipment at all. Because I knew I was going to javelin something into my face and bleed profusely, which I did. But it ended up being like the best thing that's ever happened.
This has been an awesome experience with a good family. McKenna, wherever you are, carry on my legacy when I'm gone. And Guard, let us have a good winter experience.
I love this, and I love this program, and it's really great, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun for next year's season. So, yeah.
Hi, Hannah. Are you filming? Uh-huh.
So we're gonna go around the white line like that and see where that pit is, how they're in front of it. We don't even need to cross it at all.
Okay.
So we're always gonna be in front of it. Just don't cut the corner.
Never cross the line.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. And Audrey.
This is confidential.
How do you know that's OC's? That's what we do OC.
I didn't know that.
This season is coming to a close, right? And we're at this awesome stadium, and not everyone, I didn't get a chance to do this when I was in high school, so this is awesome. Really take that in and make all your energy go. Don't overperform, don't overplay, don't rush. Listen back. Know that you guys got this. Okay, I'm gonna leave, so Hannah.
Guys, be great.
Hey, can you move the speaker up closer?
Yes, please. You're good.
They're both yellow, Rachel. There's two different cords. That one doesn't work.
go mad. Let's get that speaker plugged in front. Jean, as soon as you're ready, I want to test, and Maya, same with you.
That's fine. That's great. Thank you so much.
But we got to make sure that if later tonight, we got to maintain that focus. When you guys came down from the knee and you were all up at the box, I think we just got a little bit in our heads and a little bit distracted and didn't take a look at maybe tempo and the tempo change. That caused a little tear right there. Okay, that was the only moment for me though. Otherwise, very strong show. Okay. Just watch that focus and that tempo change and we'll be all right. Okay, cool?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not gonna get sappy or anything because we still have a job to do.
Yeah,
So,
I think it was very good. It was solid. Front to back was pretty good. Emmett said the splits were really good marimbas, so that's good. He said they sounded great up there. Gong, we gotta tape it. He says it's a little rattly. Crash cymbals could be louder at times. Both of you, Job and Hannah. Job and Hannah. Job, were you listening? Yes. Okay. So I thought it was a good one overall. There's obviously those stuff that we can work on, and you know you can't get psyched out that the judge is right there. Okay. I know you can hear what he says, but you gotta focus on your show.
Yeah, you guys should do it.
Just go get a picture.
Guys, get mallets.
Grab mallets, Ken. Oh.
Riley, how many color guard do you have? Can I have 7 on this end and 7 on this end? Right, figure it out. Figure it out. 7. Except for the sousaphones. So like, if you, go around them. There you go.
Right there, but like, yeah, there you go. How do you dance?
Okay, so that counts. On the side of the pool? Okay, now for your next football,
Oh, I gotta sneeze.
or under. I gotta sneeze. Under direction of choice. Now squeeze it. There you go. There we go. That's about it. Wow, man. You love your staff. You love your staff. Okay. It ain't gonna work.
Right before senior mallets. I haven't gotten anything together for my speech. I don't even like bullet points or anything.
Did you write your
do that
speech,
right now?
or did you write your letter for H?
I have my speech, but like I don't want to just read it.
Yeah. That's why I want to do bullet points, but I don't know what to say. Oh, what do I do? Help me. What do I say?
I'm just
I'll sit
winging
right
it.
next to you and help you.
Like paracord strings? I don't know why I said paracord string, that was weird. I mean, yeah. I think Berkey wants to leave to go somewhere. And if she does, I can go with her.
Hi, Miss Wistron! How you doing?
Good. You guys did a great job.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I thought it was like now you can watch the mayor for real. Awesome.
You want to open it? Like, pop. Well, I want you to pop.
not even. Okay. All right.
One of these? That's so cute.
What? Oh my god!
That's so freaking adorable.
Give me a secret.
Oh, there's a star in mine.
Oh, it's after you messed up your face.
Oh my god!
I think only fans. Oh, that thing? Yeah.
No, some of the guard got them.
Great.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? What's going on?
Why are people Caitlin?
Senior year into 2017.
Are the speeches absolutely
Caitlin, why don't we have you come to the microphone first?
Okay.
I just did.
So the first day I walked into band camp, I'm not going to. First day I walked into band camp, I started walking to the band room, and you guys remember Gabby, the mellophone player?
Yes.
She came at me screaming, she's like, "Are you a mellophone player? Oh my god, we need mellophone players." And I was like, yeah, it was cool. Because I was like super shy, and then I saw Jay, who I'd met at band camp. Anyways, it was super cool that it was like really welcoming at first, and I've noticed that about this program. It's become my group of friends and like my group of family, and I didn't really have that in middle school because I was super lonely and a huge geek. So yeah, I wrote, okay, it's super weird because since my freshman year I've been like writing about this speech and like writing things down, and then I got my new phone and I lost all of it because I forgot to transfer the notes. But one thing I thought about last night on the drive home after rehearsal, I'll make it short, but our experiences are finite, but our memories last forever. So if we get the final run of Scheherazade, make this make this the run that you want people to remember our show by. Okay? And then this is really intense. This is intense. Okay. You guys ready for this? Before you leave the band room for the last time, stop and take a look around for just one moment. These four walls have seen you at your worst and at your best. They have watched families created and families fall apart. They have seen love between two people and one-sided crushes. They've seen your most joyous days and maybe melancholy ones. They've seen the person you were when you walked in for the first time, and now have seen the person you are for the last time. And when you turn back around and walk through the halls for the last time, know that those walls are silently weeping, and maybe you are too, because you both have realized that in order to go somewhere in life, you must leave home. So, yeah. Good luck at championships.
Never thought I'd reach this moment. So, So, I came freshman year to band camp, and the first person I remember meeting was Holly, and that was the low brass sergeant at the time. I loved Holly; she was amazing as a sergeant, and then she redirected me to my section leader, and boy, was that a mistake. That's when I met Rowan. So, freshman year, we're out at rehearsal, and I had chest pains because I wasn't strong enough to carry a sousaphone. So I had to be put on a fiberglass sousaphone because I was a very small child of about 4'10". And looking at it now, I've grown so much with this program, and just seeing how much it's changed from being how it was my freshman year and how the seniors are this year. It's night and day. Like, I love how much this program has grown, and I'm glad that I was a part of this growing cycle, and I hope it continues this and at least lives on this legacy.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
I hope I pass on all the legacy of the tubas because we actually have more than 3 for once. For the past 2 years, we've had me and Blake, and now we have 4.
I want to start off first by thanking everybody here because, like, without all the parents and all the kids here, we wouldn't be able to have a successful season like we did. And I'd say this year by far is like the best season I've had personally because everybody around me has just had such a higher energy than the last people. I mean, not that the last people didn't have enough, but I just.
How does it make you feel?
Don't cry.
I'm not gonna cry.
I interrupted him with Aaron.
I guess I am, like, I'm both relieved but sad that it's over because I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. I have nothing else, like.
Get a job.
I have a job, actually. But essentially, I just wanted to, like, thank, like, all the seniors and everybody that, like, made this year possible and is successful.
Okay, so I've only been marching for 3 years. I left last year and then came back this year. And I 100% had absolutely no intention of joining marching band again, let alone joining marching band and marching a mellophone. Like that was definitely something. But I have to, like, everyone talks about Citizen Me and how that was like such a good show. Oh my, I'm sorry, I just made eye contact with Jack and I've never seen him in like 3 years. Okay. And yeah, Citizen Me was a great show, but honestly, this show is amazing and I've never loved...
Don't cry.
I've never loved a group of people so much that I love you guys.
Aww.
And I'd like to thank Mr. H. I don't know where he is. Is he? Okay, well. Oh, I'd like to thank you because I think I can speak on behalf of all of us. High school would have been terrible without you. And the texts, you guys are amazing, and you make practice worth it. And yeah, I love all of you, and I'd like to say that I'm definitely the better mellophone player. Sorry, Eli.
For the like 4 people that know this reference right now, we used to be in open class. No, that's totally not my speech. But like everyone else, I'm gonna describe like basically the plot of my band career, and that would be basically. I remember the first like meeting of, hey, this is what band is. Do you want to do band? And I met Mr. H and Mr. Bragg there, and all of the other incoming freshmen. And for like the first hour of the meeting, I didn't know the difference between Mr. H and Mr. Bragg. I like didn't know their names or who was like the band director, but like, of course, I figured it out mostly.
Yeah, about a month ago.
Yeah. I really wish Mr. Bragg was here.
He is.
I mean, physically here.
I mean, he's like 20 feet that way.
Mr. Bragg, you're awesome!
So, every year, I've watched seniors get up here and be like, oh yeah, so I'm totally winging this, or like, so I was planning on writing a speech, but then I didn't write anything, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna write out my speech like way beforehand, and I'm gonna have it all figured out, and I'm gonna write the best speech, and I just wrote my speech about 5 minutes ago. So, yeah, I just want to give out thanks, really. I just want to thank everyone here. Starting with my section, I want to say, hold on, let me find it. Thank you for making this year my favorite so far. You guys are really like a second family to me. Like, my section has changed completely since the year I got here. I'm the only person in my section that was here my freshman year. But I love you guys probably more than my first section. Sorry, Jack. So thank you guys for being a great section for me. Thank you to the rest of the band for being my second family also. Once again, there's only a handful of us that was here my freshman year that's still here. We've lost like 2/3 of our class, but I like the way that my family has changed. Like, I've got, how many new people would you say? Like, 1 million new people that you guys are still my family, and I'm really glad you're all here. Thank you to the guard. I've talked never to the majority of you. I'm sorry. But I love you guys and appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes important.
Thank you to the staff. I feel like you guys don't get enough recognition. Like, seriously, we are so annoying sometimes. Thank you for putting up with us and sticking around. We wouldn't be where we are today without you guys. Yeah. And Mr. H, thank you. I wrote a whole separate letter for you. Thank you.
Since I'm not much of a letter writer, my letters tend to be like, here's what I need, bye. I'm going to take this time right now to say thank you. Thank you for what you've done and the changes you brought to the program too, and the show ideas and all of that. I really enjoyed this show and the concept, and from concept to execution, and Citizen Me, where you put the whole thing together for the program. And that was, I mean, everybody talks about that one. That one was put together by Mr. H and the rest of our staff, piece by piece, custom. Took popular music, turned it into a marching show, all the props, everything, and it was. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been great. Thank you.
As the program overall, I came in from a different district. Freshman year, I didn't know anybody. I'd been in the school like once, and it just showed up and we're like, yeah, this is band. I have no idea who anyone is, what I'm doing, where I'm going. We marched straight leg, essentially. We had different uniforms. The new thing that year was we had black pants. It's a miracle. White pants the year before, and everybody hated them. Black pants, black shoes was the new thing, latest and greatest. And yeah, so we no longer march straight leg. We don't have the old uniforms. We don't have the older uniforms either. Our drum majors actually wore uniforms from the 90s that year because we didn't have drum major uniforms for them. And things have just changed a lot. And it's been really cool to watch them change. New people come in. We've got lots of enthusiastic new people. A lot of the outgoing seniors. A lot of them weren't that enthusiastic. They've been through a change of band directors, and they're kind of like, we don't like the way things are changing. Yeah, all the new talent coming in. You guys are phenomenal, and really impressed with what you're doing. And I guess I'm kind of rambling, so probably pass it on to the next person. But thank you all.
I was not planning on doing marching band, like, out of middle school. I knew I wanted to continue with band, but I'm like, I don't really see it as that big of a commitment. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But then Emmett, the day before band camp, like, not percussion camp, like band camp, he was called me and he's like, what are you doing tomorrow? Sitting at home? Well, you should show up to Skyview at like 9. Actually, probably get here at like 8:45, just to be safe, you know? Like, okay, you're my best friend, I'll do what you want. And so I showed up. And I had no paperwork, but I still was able to do it, and I'm so glad that worked out. That day, I literally had no idea what I was doing. I still kind of don't. And that was really hard for me, and like really good for me as well, because I'm a type of person who really likes to be organized and like have things planned out and know what I'm doing. And so jumping into something like that where I was completely lost and had to learn a whole new like culture, it was really cool. Especially because marching band is really weird. You're just thrown into this like conglomeration of really unique characters and just told to like figure out a way to work together and make pretty sounds. So I had to learn to trust people who that first day were like complete strangers to me, and I had to rely on those people to learn how to play in time and like how to play my instrument. I had to spend most of my day with those strangers, and the scariest thing for me was that I had to learn to be like vulnerable around these people. People say that band is like a family, and when I hear that, I feel like it's misinterpreted, because sometimes it's taken to mean like that we're all really close, but that's not necessarily always the case. Honestly, there's some people that I know better than others, and some who are more like distant cousins who like you're not totally sure how you're related, but you know that you are, so you just kind of roll with it. So when I say band is like a family, I mean to highlight the fact that you don't choose your family. We don't choose who's here. Sure, some of us have been friends since we were like 7 months old, and we're kind of dragged here through that relationship. But ultimately, we just choose to be in the family, and we don't get to choose who's there with us. And that's one of the best things about band. I've become friends with so many people that I would not know if it wasn't for this program. So because of that, we are dysfunctional. We disagree, but ultimately we need one another. Your family is the only one who truly understands what you go through day to day, who see the real you, who understand what it's like to deal with you on your worst days, but also on your best. We may disagree, but ultimately what it comes down to is that we're all here because we love music in one form or another. So finally, I want to leave on this note. So one of the greatest things about marching band, and one of the things that has taught me most about myself and life, is that if there's any common ground at all, you can get through absolutely anything. At the end of the day, band is weird because we need each other, and every single person is important to the ensemble, and only we can do what we do. We're all interdependent, and it's wonderful. So no matter who we are, what we believe, or Joe, what we are teaching our children.
Roasted!
When we remember that we are all here just to make pretty sounds together, we somehow find a way to overcome all of it, which may divide us. Together we stand, divided we fall. Citizen Me 2015.
Hey! I don't have much to say. I guess I just want to say that dance and I guess band has kind of been... You've been like my place to go at the end of a bad day, and you've been my friends who make me laugh or make me angry or make me anything, but you've been there for me, and I don't know, it's like my second family, and I'm just really appreciative of all of you, and yeah. That's really all I got. It's a great program, and yeah.
So I came to Skyview after a pretty crappy year, freshman year at River. And the first thing that happened to me was I came to band camp, and Nico come up to me. He was like, "You look lost. Do you need help?" And big Nico, and it was lovely, and he was so sweet. And then I hugged him, and it was a good time. But yeah, this program has not been exactly what I expected. I definitely came into the dance team thinking I was going to cheat the system and like not have to touch equipment at all, because I knew I was going to javelin something into my face and bleed profusely, which I did. But it ended up being like the best thing that's ever happened to me, and this program has been wonderful, and you've all been so supportive, and yeah, thank you all.
Well, I don't really know what to say, but other than that, this has been an awesome experience with a good family. McKenna, wherever you are, carry on my legacy when I'm gone. And Guard, let us have a good winter experience.
So this is my second season and first fall season, so I don't know what I'm doing. And I didn't know that I had to give a speech today, but like, I love this, and this entire season has been worth it, even though I said I wanted to die like 5 times.
Okay,
So
more than tired.
yes. But I love this, and I love this program, and it's really great, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun for next year's season. So, yeah.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, up and down and twist. Again. You guys have to be quicker with these moves. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, up and down and twist.
Rapatica! 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 Rapatica!
Oh, Mike has more. You can get it from Mike. Mike?
Take them.
These are wet, dude. Give me that one. That didn't work.
Let's take it through jumping.
ensemble ready?
Okay, here we go. We're getting ready. We're getting ready. This is it. This is it. This is it.
Is the ensemble ready?
Get it, Skyview!
Performing their program, Shahrazad. The NWAPA is proud to present the Skyview Marching Band.
Like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, you guys should be seriously proud of that. I could see from the look in your guys' faces after you came off, most of you guys had watery eyes, but you know, that you guys were proud. And that's the reaction I've been wanting to get out of you guys all season. And I'm glad especially for this performance. This is the one I wanted to see it, especially. Like, come on, it's championship. Really. Yeah, thank you so much. It was an amazing first year as a drum major, and I'm hoping it'll be even better next year.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
It was a pleasure being your drum major.
Guys, that could not have been a more perfect run through. That was amazing. And I don't think I've ever ended any of the other 3 seasons with a run like that. That was amazing. And I'm pretty no shush. Pretty girls cry.
That just makes me want to cry.
Maybe that's why I don't cry. I'm really proud of you guys. And the things that we accomplished this season, Nathan was right. We could both tell, we were talking at the beginning of the season, how the vibe seemed different. And it felt different than the previous 2 years, 3 years. And it paid off. I know how hard you guys work. And it means a lot to me that you put in this much effort for something that means so much to every single one of us. So, yeah. I love you guys.
Thank you.
It was a great last year.
You know?
She's gone. All right, go through section.
And I'm so happy that we got to share that. Like, you guys are inspiring. You guys make me want to come to work every day. You guys make me want to stay here till 10 o'clock 4 nights during finals week to help make you better, because you inspire me to do my job. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Thank you.
One more round of applause for all the bands in the final.
Hey, Dab, that's amazing. I love you.